How is it going, folks? Welcome back to Prem. Today is episode number 143 today. It's everyone's favourite day. It's Carabao Cup final day. I haven't got Carabao energy drink. I'm sorry. And as well as a repeat of yesterday's episode where we took on Man City, which is what's happening in the Carabao Cup, we also have the small matter of Manchester United away in the Premier League. And if we look at the Premier League, with 10 games left of the season, suddenly Man City have continued to bottle things. They didn't lose a game in the first half of the season. Now they're struggling to find wins. We're 10 points clear. If we do beat Manchester United today, I feel pretty confident about winning the league. I hope I've not jinxed it in saying that. Since last episode, we've played 5 matches in the league. Since last episode, we've won 5 matches in the league. Let's see if we can keep that run going today. Let's run the intro and get into things. I want the Carabao Cup won. Let's do this. I will level with you, normally I don't really care about the Carabao Cup, but having not won it in 2 years after winning it back to back, I feel like I want to win it again. I've decided, you want to win everything, don't you, as a manager in Football Manager, but particularly with us being now at the end of February and still in every single competition, yeah, it'd be good to get their hands on the first bit of proper silverware. No disrespect to the UEFA Super Cup. Even the board don't think it's important, so I'm not going to pretend. Now, if we just look at our recent form, we have been on a crazy run of games here. A very, very jam-packed January and February, and just a sea of green. The new system's working well. We've been rotating the team well, and whilst I suppose you could argue there has been a lack of clean sheets as of late, fundamentally, we're scoring a lot of goals, and if you score 3+ goals in every single game, you're going to struggle to lose matches. Let's talk about these games. Starting off with the win against Blackburn. 3-1 in this one. Parkin, Sula, Ohashi with the goals. Paul Parkin starting in this game. Elsewhere, Hunt Jens also started. This game came only a few days after our game against Man City, so it was important to rotate things. We got the job done there, and we got the job done as we beat Stoke City. Again, 3-1 in this game. Both the games against oppositions using 4-4-2 formations. I feel like this is a formation we do rather well against. After those games, we took on Middlesbrough at home, and in this game, we won 5-2. We had 36 shots, 2.73 XG. I know some of you are wondering, is Setford still in goal for Middlesbrough? No, they've replaced him. And to be fair, their keeper wasn't terrible, but Bettens at centre-back, he got a 5.9 rating. And I'm not one to point the finger at an individual player. Why this man's playing centre-back, I'm not really sure. To be fair, Middlesbrough did actually score a couple of goals, so let's not blame them entirely, but you might have spotted things here. Rios back in the team over Sweeney, and Rios with another hat-trick. I feel like every season he gets a hat-trick at centre-back. This Middlesbrough game was the game for that this year. 2 more games to talk about, the first of which was another game you'd expect us to win against Southampton. 4-2 win in this one, rotated team. Good to see Henry Weber getting on the score sheet. His 3rd goal of the Premier League season. The 22-year-old has not been a super regular member of the first team, but when he has played, he's done kind of fine. He did well opening the scoring in a game that we ended up winning. And most recently, we took on Chelsea. Chelsea, a bit of an enemy at this point, but maybe not for much longer because, well, this game was hardly competitive. 27 shots to their 9. Our XG was more than double theirs, and that kind of showed on the scoreline. Alanis with a goal, Ohashi got a goal and an assist, and Cadman also getting on the score sheet. It was just a good day at the office. And with this run of recent results, our league position looks pretty cemented at this point, he says. Fingers crossed. Look, there's still games left to play. We've got to keep in it. But yeah, things are looking rather good. You can see we don't have the best defence in the league by any means. In fact, Man City have conceded 20 goals in 28. We've conceded 29 in 28. But it is the goal scoring which is serving us so well. 83 goals scored for in 28 games. As for today's opposition, who were also yesterday's opposition, incidentally, Man City, media prediction of 5th, currently overperforming in 2nd, it has to be said, but their recent form has been lacking. A draw against Brentford in their most recent game, also drew against Peterborough, of course lost to us, and it's just all these games that they've been slipping up in, as well as us playing a few games in hand, which is making us look rather pretty at the top of the Premier League table. You might have also spotted it here, Cadman now 2nd in the top goal scoring. Zakharov, who is Man City's main striking man, is the top goal scorer, only 1 goal ahead of Cadman. So, I mean, we're beating Man City in the league. I want to believe that Cadman is going to do it representing for Guernsey and win the Golden Boot this year. Maybe I should be playing him at striker more. Just looking at our upcoming games as well, next episode we will be playing Villarreal in the Champions League. There will be a Spanish away day. They play at the Santi Cazorla Stadium. Naturally, that is not a real stadium, so we'll go visit their real stadium in real life, if that makes sense. I phrased that awfully, you know what I mean. As for the here and now, though, we are going to jump straight into this Carabao Cup tie. Of course, we only did the last episode a few weeks ago in game. Since then, the transfer window has slammed shut. The next important date of note, I feel like, is the youth intake next month. I'll level with you. It's not one to, well, particularly get excited about if the preview's anything to go by. So in terms of team news for the Carabao Cup final, this is the team at our disposal. You might have noticed Jack Sweeney's not starting yet. Sweeney's been a bit meh lately, so I've dropped him again from the first team. He's still improving well and playing lots of football, it has to be said. I mean, he's featured in 21 of 28 Premier League games as a centre-back or centre-mid. You may have noticed Hunyens coming back from injury, not coming back from injury anymore. He is now injured for, well, another 3 weeks. Of course, he missed 6 months, came back, and he's got a groin strain like a few weeks later. You couldn't make it up. Very annoying. I hope he's not going to be injury prone off the back of all of this, because when we signed him, he definitely wasn't injury prone. I was never warned about injuries, and now he's always in the hospital, sat on a hospital bed, and it just makes me sad. Anyway, we're going to submit the team for this game. You know the starting 11 by now. This is a very, very settled team at this point. It's a team that has done the business for large spells this year, taking on this Man City team. Gonna hope we can do it again. Man City lining up with a 4-3-3 for this final at Wembley. Of course, a big cup final, but a place that we've been before. We've played in this competition twice at Wembley in the final. On both occasions, we've managed to win it. So, going to hope for a repeat of history. Although this time around, there is no Carabao energy drink. I did have a little bit of a look. I will be honest, given the fact, you know, I'm on my health kick and stuff, I didn't try that hard to find Carabao energy drink. If we lose it, you know, we'll have a 100% winning rate when I drink Carabao energy drink at the final, and a 100% rate of not winning when I don't do it. Maybe then a conspiracy theory will be born, but at least for the here and now, I want to believe that me drinking energy drink is going to have no tangible effect on the results of the game, but we'll find out together if there's any linkage. Well, Archer's bringing the ball forward, laying it to Diallo. He picks out Alanis Lovelily. Lovelily? Is Lovelily a word? It doesn't sound right. It's gone over. Never mind. Opening 15 minutes of this game, following on from that Alanis effort. No highlight yet, and now Diallo's getting injured. I was going to say it's a problem. We've got Sula, who can definitely come in. I am going to hope that injury to Diallo isn't too serious, because with Hunyens out for the next few weeks, I am running out of right attacking mids. Not only that, but actually, Diallo's been really good this year. I mean, he's got the most assists in the Premier League. He's been amazing for £40 million. Really has been a great return on investment, but he's not here now. All eyes on Sula. No pressure, the young Turkish winger, but I need a good showing from you, as we are going to enter the second highlight of the game, and it's taken 25 minutes for this one. It's Man City bringing the ball out from the back, laying it forward to Mananen, the left back. I assume he is Finnish. Mananen, it sounds like a Finnish name. I could be wrong. I could be just spitting fake news. Hopefully, he's going to be finished by the end of the game. Never mind. Jamfi bringing it forward. Speaking of left wing backs, he lays it to Cadman. Options in the middle. Back to Jamfi. Make his way into the penalty area. Floats it in, and Sula on off the bench. His header cannons over the crossbar and goes over. If you were wondering, yeah, Mananen is Finnish. He's not that amazing. I'm kind of surprised he's starting at left back for Man City, but I guess the great national, or rather international, shortage of left backs is hitting everyone rather hard in this universe. Throwing on the far side, Jamfi again involved in the build-up, giving it to Ohashi. Rios now with the ball, back to Coppo. Grassa turns the man, but under a lot of pressure, going back to the centre-back. Man City pressing us very hard here, but we are maintaining possession, which is great to see. Getting the ball wide to Sula, fresh off the bench. He lays it back to Archer. Some great vision then. Eric, Grassa, he pulls the trigger. It's blocked away. Right now, we're looking really in control with our build-up play. This is really nice. We've got Man City penned back. Of course, always the risk that we turn over possession and they catch us out. But with our ability to cut teams open, there's always the risk that Rion Ohashi is going to score. And for a moment, I thought Alanis was offside there. I thought he was going to do that thing that you used to do in the playground, where you'd goal hang, you'd stand by the goal, there's always that one kid trying to just get his toe on the end of everything. I thought for a moment Alanis was about to do that, and he would have been offside. Luckily for us, he left it. Probably should have been offside, mind you. Not going to complain. Someone mentioned it in the comments of yesterday's video. Ohashi and Eric have been absolutely insane for us as kind of the two signings for the year that were, the big additions to the team. It has to be said, they've both been amazing. Coppo, what are we doing? Coppo. I can't have 2 minutes of just being able to praise the players, talk about some players doing well without someone ballsing it up. I'm sad. Would it be too reactionary just to sub off Coppo now and bring in Sweeney? I don't even know what that pass is. I don't even know. I'm just annoyed. Let's go back to the previous point anyway. I am very, very impressed with Ohashi, especially. He has been mad at centre attack and mid for us this year. I know the decision, I suppose, to drop Lemos wasn't 100% kind of unanimous in support in the comment section, but I think it's difficult to look beyond Ohashi's contributions this year. Man City have scored 2 goals in a minute. You know what, Rion? I'm sorry, I love you. Talking about you apparently is bad luck today. We were 1-0 up in this game. We were cruising along, and then it's just one big ball up the middle. Lasser playing it forward. Zakharov, he got the assist for the first one, and he's gone for a little dink over Manny Wilford. It's 2-1. I can't believe what I've seen. Man City throwing on the near side, taking it short, working the ball to the edge of the area. If they get another before half-time, I'm going to be very upset. So far in this game, they've had 3 shots on target. 2 of them have nestled in the back of the net. They've been good opportunities they've created, but defensively, we've looked suspect, and defensively, we are suspect. It's 3-1 Man City. They've scored 3 goals in the space of about 10-15 minutes. And I'm a little bit shell-shocked. I mean, they've just carved us open. You can see the match momentum chart here in the bottom left. I'll just bring it up here because my face is in the way. They were doing nothing. We were on top. They get a goal and suddenly the whole complexion of this tie has changed. There might be a highlight before half-time. If we were to get a goal back, suddenly I believe this game isn't over. At 3-1 though, it's a mighty mountain to climb, but it is a mountain that I feel like we are prepared for. 4-1, slightly less prepared for. I don't know if we've got enough rope to climb a 4-1 mountain. I'm going to have to go to the store and get some more climbing rope. It is 4-1. I mean, the ref should have blown the whistle. We've played an extra 30 seconds here, referee. Lasser dinks it forward. And after last episode's game where we beat Man City 1-0, I was well happy. I thought, great defensive performance. We've taken our chances. We've looked amazingly solid at the back. It's not been the same game today, has it? It's not been the same Man City. It's not been the same Guernsey. I mean, they've taken what it feels like is every single chance that's come their way. I'm throwing a water bottle. They're all angered and upset. Alanis is on a 6.3. Manny Wilford's on a 5.9. I'm changing things up. Bizarrely, I know Manny Wilford's on a bad rating. I don't actually feel like he's been that bad. I feel like he is the victim of the match rating system in Football Manager, where they've crafted out some really good opportunities, Man City, and taken them. And because they've not had that many shots on target, and as a result, he's not had saves to make besides the goals, naturally, he just doesn't get a good rating because of how Football Manager works. Coppo's on a 6.0. I'm bringing in Sweeney. I'm going to bring in Lemos as well. I'm going to bring in Lemos. I was thinking I was going to bring in Lemos up front. I don't think I can do that. Rios has been poor as well in this game. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to play Grasser and Sweeney at centre-back. I'm then going to bring... I think I've got to go more attacking, haven't I? I've got to go more... I really don't want to do this, but I have got to go more attacking. I'm going to play Ohashi as an advanced playmaker next to Eric. Eric is going to play a ball-winning role, though. And I'm then going to take off Rios and bring in Paul Parkin. I've taken off both centre-backs at half-time. I've not been happy with them defensively. But in doing that, actually, the place where things are changing the most is the final third. Do I want to change any instructions? I think I do. I'm going to get rid of pass into space, but also play the ball out of defence. Let's try and get the ball forward that little bit quicker. Let's distribute the ball to the flanks. Let's look to play just a tiny bit wider when we do play with the ball. Focus the play in those wide areas. And just try and make something happen in what remains of this game. I mean, it's a difficult situation to find yourself in. 4-1 down in a cup final. I mean, if there's a game to come back, it would be this one. We need an early goal. Could we get an early goal? Ball whipped in by Ohashi. We've hit the woodwork for a second time in this game. Sula keeps the ball alive. Ohashi, Sweeney, we're battling away for the ball still. I fear that the highlight was the header against the crossbar, and, well, I've played a lot of Football Manager. That was the highlight. Just over 10 minutes played in this half. Mannanen, who I questioned, said, surprised he's playing for them. He's launching a long throw. Maybe he's the Rory Delap of Manchester. Zakaryov's bringing it forward. This is one of those games where the opposition just score every single shot, isn't it? It's just, we have a higher XG and we're losing 5-1. Which I know XG doesn't really mean anything, but I'm just going to point at it and say, freak results. And I feel like you do get one of these every season in Football Manager. Fundamentally, we've rolled the dice and it's not really worked. I've got to go more attacking, haven't I? Ohashi, go forward. Eric, you're going to be the quarterback for the team. Gianfi, go forward. Archer, go forward. Rion, go advanced playmaker on attack. Let's just try and make something happen. Focus the play through the middle. Play narrow. Hit early crosses. Go super direct. In transition, distribute it down the middle. In fact, you know what? Distribute it to the striker. Just launch it long. That is what's needed at this moment in time. I feel like with 30 minutes left, we've got absolutely nothing to lose here. We might as well just take a punt. We might as well throw some players forward, overcommit, try and get a second goal for the fans to cheer about. That would be nice. The tactical change hasn't even been implemented yet. Man City are on the attack. Grasser wins it. We'll just boot it up. Football Manager, please end the highlight. Please end the highlight. Unless Lemos is going to do anything, just end it. Lemos, Parkin. If he scores this, I start to believe. It falls to Sula. It's saved by the keeper. Parkin's efforts blocked, and then their defenders very nearly kick the ball into his own net. It is a monstrosity, what we've created in terms of formation, but sometimes needs must, and the needs must today. Corner, Lemos. Let's get a goal back, or let's not beat the first man. The ball's still in a dangerous area. Sweeney, Eric, Ohashi. The build-up play's quite nice here, if a little bit bizarre. Gianfi bringing it forward. Grasser floats it. Sula can't get his noggin there, but it's still in the wide area for Lemos to float back in. Rion Ohashi heads it goalwards. It's cleared away by Man City. I want to say we've got them on the back foot. They're rocked. We need 4 goals in 20 minutes. We need to more than rock them right now. I need an early goal just to stand a chance. The longer this highlight goes on, the more I want to believe it could lead to something, but I think that's just me wishfully thinking rather than reality. And indeed, the highlight just ends. Grasser and Sweeney at centre-back. That is a unique duo at centre-back. You could argue in some ways they are our best 2 centre-backs. Like if we get to the summer, maybe I'll just sign a new defensive mid and we try Grasser further back after what we've seen today. Sula, can you finish this? He's dinked the keeper. He's scored. It's 5-2. It could still happen. Probably not, but it could still happen. Let's not get carried away just yet. Let's not start to believe prematurely. We're going to take it a goal at a time. We still need 3 more, but that was a nice finish. I have just spotted Cadman's on a 6.4 here. I'm going to take him off. Cadman, off you come. Weber, on you come. Fresh legs needed. He's pacey. He's attacking. I need another goal, don't I? Football Manager, can you pause the game? Give us a highlight. Give us something. Okay, well, there was an optimistic moment, wasn't there, when we got 1 back. In the 89th minute now, if we get 3 goals in what remains here, take it to extra time, it would be the greatest comeback ever achieved in Football Manager. Lemos, Sula, can he finish it? He goes down in a heap. There's a penalty. I can't pretend there's a realistic chance here, but we're good. You know what? Let's just pretend. It's 5-2. We could have a penalty. VAR, little man in the booth in the sky. Give us a pen. He's given us a pen. Sula's earned it. Sula's won it. It is going to be... Who is it going to be to take it? It's going to be Lemos to take it. Can he score a penalty? Which, well, we still need 2 goals in 4 minutes. He smashes it down the middle. It's 5-3. He's getting the ball out. He believes. I believe. We all believe. I do realise at this point now, I probably need to go even more attacking, don't I? Let's pause the game. Parkin... Lemos, you guys go forward, advance forward. Ohashi in behind, advance playmaker, shadow striker at this point. Rion, get forward. Archer, what am I actually doing here is what I'm wondering. You know what? We don't need defenders, do we? We defenders overrated in Football Manager. Wait, what am I doing? This is... If this works, I'm a genius. I need goals, everyone. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Distribute to specific position. Yeah, it's not going to happen, but at least I'm trying to give a game of it. Can anything happen? Football Manager, there's another highlight. I mean, unfortunately, there is only 50 seconds left, but there is another highlight. Just as a reminder, at this moment in time, we don't have a centre-back, and that's evident, isn't it, with that highlight there. It's missed. There's another highlight. I mean, there's lots of highlights happening here. Sadly, good offside trap without a centre-back. Let's look at the positives. It's 5-3 here. This game's done. I don't know what to feel. On the one hand, sad we've not won the Carabao Cup, because I kind of wanted to win it. On the flip side, we've given it a good go, but when you concede 5 goals in a cup final, you're always going to feel a little bit embarrassed, and maybe I'm naive, maybe I'm deluded. I'm going to put this down to freak Football Manager result. I don't want to watch this. Get me out of here. We had a chance to win a trophy. Unacceptable. It finished 5-3, and Wilford didn't have a great game, but then again, I mean, they only had 7 shots on target. Our XG was more than double theirs, and yet we've lost 5-3. Football's a weird sport, isn't it? Also, how bad is the Diallo injury? He's out for 3 weeks. I'm running out of right attacking mids. Diallo will miss the Champions League games as well, which is a real shame because he has been super important to us. You know what? I'm going to blame Diallo's injury on the reason we lost. That is my defence. Anyway, we have got Man United in 6 days' time. I'm going to rest up the players. We're taking on Wayne Rooney's men. Would love to get a win this episode, especially off the back of that last one. We've only lost 1 game all season in the league. Let's hope we can keep it that way. After perhaps the most depressing performance in recent years at Guernsey, getting straight into the Manchester United game, nothing has happened midweek. We've had 6 days to get angry and shout at my computer monitor. I don't feel any better for it. Here is the team for today's game. I'm dropping Coppo. Sweeney's playing. Besides that, though, it's pretty much a full-strength team with the exception of the right attacking mid-position. Away against Manchester United is not going to be easy. They're currently 6th in the Premier League. They are a good little team, but I want to believe we can get the edge over them. I feel like after the 8-goal thriller last time, this game will probably be a 1-0. So brace yourselves. I say that. Maybe that's the reverse jinx. You know, everything I've said just went wrong last match. So maybe it'll be the opposite again here. Ohashi bringing it forward. Ohashi's good, isn't he? Why have I said it? I'm not allowed to talk about Ohashi being good, but we have scored. If it's offside, there is some kind of curse involving Ohashi's name. You're not allowed to talk about him. He's like Voldemort. Is this going to count? I mean, Alanis was goal hanging away. Was he onside? He was. There is no curse. The curse has been lifted, and this all came from the Ohashi run. Look at this. Look at him. Look how quick he is. His agility, his balance, dancing through the players. It was a shot that was saved. I'm going to claim it was a pass. He actually passed it off the keeper's chest. He's a genius. Janvi this year, and in, just years across parts of Prem, has been prone for a bit of silliness and a sending off. The fact he's on a yellow card after 26 minutes... Don't like that. Manchester United free kick at the edge of the boxes. Picheri over it for them. They're number 9. He's going to hit the free kick. That was not a million miles away. Couple minutes left of the half here. It's not exactly been a classic, but we've taken the chance that came our way, and we have been on top in this game. Another goal would be delightful, and another goal is what we are going to get. Cadman, you're meant to be going for the golden boot, son. Instead, he just squares it to, Alanis. That's the kind of goal where if it's scored against you in FIFA, where they square it from one striker to the other, you get really annoyed. When you see it at Football Manager, especially if you've played Football Manager for a long time, you have flashbacks to all the times where your players didn't square it and you got annoyed about it in past Football Managers because apparently squaring the ball is something that the AI struggled to do for years. Now when I see it in Football Manager, I get this weird warm and fuzzy feeling inside. With that goal, it is now 2-0 here. Alanis is going to want his hat-trick. Manchester United are going to want a response before half-time, however. Ribera lays it back. Ball being floated towards that post. Archer's going to head it away. Sula starting, of course, out on the right-hand side with all the injuries. Ohashi now looking to bring the ball away, battling away like a little terrier in the midfield. Now with Sula. He switches the ball over to Cadman. What a ball that was. Grasser, Jamfi. Build-up play superb. Ball into the middle. Rio Ohashi finishes it. It's 3-0. And now I'm sad we didn't see this kind of Guernsey performance in the cup final because this has been sensational. And Ohashi getting on the score sheet. He does that a lot, doesn't he? I feel like he's scored more goals than Lemos ever scored at centre attacking mid. I don't know if I'm allowed to talk smack about Lemos, but I'm doing it here. Half-time in this game, it's 3-0. We've taken the chances that have come our way. We have been by far and away the better team here. Archer and Janfi are on bookings. I'm going to make a sub. I know there's a highlight playing, so I'm going to try and be quick, everyone. I'm going to bring in Cadillo. I'm going to bring in Tahar. Fresh legs in those wide fullback areas. The last thing we need now at 3-0 up is to go a man down, because Manchester United are still Manchester United, no matter how far you go into the future of Football Manager. And if they get one goal back or you have a sending off, you do have to show them a bit of respect. And they've got a goal back before the sub happened. I mean, it's taken 2 minutes into this half. We ended the first half superbly. This was not meant to be the start of the second half. Rodrigo go with the header. Oh, God. Please hold on. Please hold. It's going to be fine. Ohashi with a free kick. Wide area. Floated towards the back post. Sula's there. I don't know if the keeper made a save or if the woodwork stopped it. I think it was the keeper who made the important stop there. Would have loved to have reinstated our 3-goal lead. That is going to happen. The wait's going to go on. 20 minutes left here. I'm going to take off Grasser. I'm going to bring in McKillop. And you know what? Sula's not playing well. Jaime fan club. Rejoice. Your boy's been back in the team this year. Hasn't played a turn. But in this game right now, he's going to get 20 minutes to try and show us that he's good. Ball on this near side. Manchester United trying to build the ball out from the back. They've already had some success down this left-hand side with their first and only goal in this game. Are they about to strike twice? Jaime working hard to get the ball back. All those years of training him at defensive midfielder are the reason he's won the ball there. And now with possession, we're going to look to bring it forward. McKillop laying it forward. Cadman inside to Eric. He switches it to Gadillo. Lovely build-up play here. Dinked forward. Alanis on for the hat-trick. Hits it. It's saved. It falls to Ohashi to make it 4-1. And now he's on for a hat-trick as well. Only a few minutes left in this game. Looks like at this point Ohashi nor Alanis are going to get their hat-trick, but a brace for each of them. Still a great little performance in this game. Dominated the play, created a lot of golden opportunities, and well, with 1 minute left, maybe there is one last chance for one of our 2 goal scorers to complete their hat-trick, as we are in possession, bringing it forward. Jaime, Rios, Eric. Nice build-up play here. I don't know if you've noticed this. Look how much Ohashi gets involved in the earlier build-up play and still finds himself in the penalty area. It's mad. He's just everywhere, it feels like. He's like the Kante of the centre attacking mid position, is Ohashi. Unfortunately for us, I'm starting to believe we're not going to get that goal that I was hoping we were going to get, that hat-trick effort, because Manchester United in possession with 20 seconds left are looking to make it borderline more respectable. Is 4-2 more respectable? They've made it 4-2. We've won the game. I don't care. Full-time whistle goes here at Old Trafford. 4-2 result. Deserved win. Ohashi with 2. Alanis with 2. Cadman with another superb little performance. And on the one hand, delighted to see that level of performance. On the other, pissed off that we didn't see it in the last game. Am I allowed to say pissed off? Is that advertiser friendly? I don't actually know. YouTube's guidelines are weird. Rihanna Ohashi, I love you, mate. I feel like I've said his name at least 20 times this episode. He's just everywhere, and I love him. Is he still our key player on our profile screen? He is still our key player. I think he deserves that label. Today's episode was a little bit of a mixed bag, but with that game win in the Premier League, with us now being 13 points clear, albeit with an extra game played, we are in pole position to win the league with 9 games left. With that in mind, our focus next time is going to shift to the Champions League. We are going to be taking on Villarreal next time, so come back tomorrow for that to end the week. It's going to be a big one. No Carabao, no party, it turns out. That's why we lost the cup final. Not tactical decisions, not team selection. If I'd bought an energy drink, we would have won. As always, if you have enjoyed today's episode, do drop a like on things. We're back tomorrow. I'll see you then. It's me, Jack, and I'll talk to you in a bit. I'm out.